right, I'm so excited for this one. I even am rocking kind of like an ugly Christmas sweater. And you may be like, why are we talking about Christmas already? Well, it's not too early to talk about it. The spirit of Christmas, and specifically how to spend less than $500 on Christmas gifts when this Christmas comes around. And the reason why a lot of finance experts, gurus, enthusiasts in the finance space love to talk about Christmas is because that is the month where people tend to spend the most, right? We have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving that leads up into Christmas if you are in the States. If you're in Canada, your Thanksgiving starts more in October. But I feel like between October to December is when people start to do their Christmas shopping, and they really get into the hype and the excitement of the holidays and really start to spend. In terms of total Christmas spending as a country in the States, it is estimated that holiday retail sales in November and December combined in 2020 reached $789 billion. That is crazy. It's such a significant increase from the previous years. And I am pretty sure now that we're fast tracking to 2023, it probably just continues to increase. The average spending per person during the holidays is around $1,000. And I'm trying to get you guys to half that. And of course, online shopping has definitely increased as well versus going in store. There are a lot more sales that you might find online versus going into the stores. Regardless, it is much more easier to shop online, and about $200 billion of this total estimated spending in the States goes toward online shopping now. Also, it's a great season and time to donate to some not-for-profit charitable organizations. So if you already don't do that, keep that in mind. But we're gonna jump right into some of the ways that I try to spend less than $500 every year on Christmas gifts. Sometimes it may go a little bit over. This is like an average, but for the most part, I try to aim for 500, if not even less than 500. And it's something that like kind of excites me, you know, really trying to find creative ways to gift people, but in a way that still isn't trying to just be cheap. It's still thoughtful gifts. It's still gifts that are going to really show people that I care and appreciate them, but also being mindful of my budget and my own personal spending and not going above and beyond just because it's a holiday. I do not want to put myself into debt or go into my savings for a holiday. Like, that is a man-made concept that really, you know, whether it's religious and it's not a man-made concept or you think it is, regardless, or it's a pagan holiday, whatever your thoughts are, it doesn't mean that you actively always have to participate and that you have to strain yourself financially to enjoy this period of time. So we're gonna get right into it. The first thing, obviously, you're gonna wanna do is set the budget, and our budget is going to be $500 this year, okay? We're gonna try our best to see if you can do it. 2, we're gonna make a gift list. So this is the most fun part. I guess it's like writing out a list of all the names. You can do this on a piece of paper or an Excel spreadsheet. I will have a Notion document that I'll add to the description below of what it could look like. And really, you're just gonna have all the names of the people that you wanna give gifts to this year. And then beside each person, you're gonna wanna put a dollar amount. So the way that I kind of divvy it up is that, of course, the people that are a bit more closer to me, like my parents, my siblings, I tend to spend a little bit more on them. And then usually like extended family and friends get less, sorry. But you know, you can switch it around, right? It could be maybe you had someone, you know, a mentor or someone who's recently come into your life, a partner that of course you may also want to give a little bit more than you may usually outside of your, you know, closest circles. So those are also things to consider, but that's usually my given, is to spend more, a little bit more money on like my parents, my siblings, my partner, and then everyone else gets a little bit less. And you wanna make sure that tallying it up, it's all gonna equal $500 or possibly even less. Also in this gift list, you're also going to write beside each name what kind of gift you wanna get them, right? Or maybe you can even write down their interests. And I really love this Notion doc that I've created because you can reuse this time and time and time again. So you don't have to keep on recreating a list. And as you get to know people, you can start to add in more of their interests. So it becomes easier to shop for people, right? And it becomes easier to shop for more thoughtful and more meaningful gifts versus just maybe resorting to giving people like a gift card because you don't know them as well. 3, you're gonna wanna shop early. I'm one of those people that shop like now, right? Like at the time that I'm recording this, it's September. I'm probably gonna schedule out this video in November, but between October to December, like some people like to shop earlier. For me, it's definitely October. Sometimes even throughout the year, like if I see something that I know someone would really like, I may buy it ahead of time as a Christmas present. The downside to that is I probably haven't budgeted as yet. Usually the best deals are found, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Thanksgiving. You may see a lot of companies start to market certain deals and discounts even before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So definitely, I think this is a time where if you really do want to save and intentionally for Christmas, you can sign up for email lists. I usually don't suggest it throughout like other aspects of the year. I feel like intentionally shopping is the best way to go versus having sales always being bombarded at you. But I think definitely during this holiday season, it would benefit you to, especially if it's companies that you're really interested in, even for yourself, if you want to treat yourself Christmas time, like definitely signing up for the email list to know when there are these exclusive deals coming out so that you could try to save as much as possible on these gifts. For me, I like to shop even before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so you'll see me even October, earlier on in the year, doing some of my early shopping. 4, consider homemade gifts. This isn't actually something I've done as yet, but if you are someone that is very crafty, I have a friend that's really good at knitting, crocheting, like maybe making someone a scarf, and of course, there may be a cost to it up front in terms of like buying the materials, but I'm pretty sure it works out to be much cheaper than if you were to buy it outright at a store, at a clothing store. So just, get crafty, make personalized ornaments. Maybe it could be a scrapbook or a photo album. The time and effort that you put into these gifts are actually gonna be much more meaningful than you just going and buying something anyways. 5 is something that me and my friends usually do, and I hope we do it this year because I think it's a really great idea, but Secret Santas. So Secret Santa, if you already don't know, is where everybody puts a name into like a random generator online. They have Secret Santa platforms online, or, everyone puts like their name into a box or a bowl, and then everyone takes turns pulling out a name, and that's the person that you give a gift to. So instead of feeling like, oh my God, I have to buy gifts for all the girls in my friend group, or all the guys, all the bros, whatever, like instead, everyone's gonna get something, but you only have to focus on gifting one of your friends out of that circle. So I really love Secret Santas. I think a lot of workplaces like to do Secret Santas as well. So it's really great for if you are involved in a group or some sort of community or in your own circles to opt for that option. And it's also really fun. 6 would be shop secondhand, thrift stores. Some people may not like this, so I would just be concerned and just be mindful. Like if you know a friend that doesn't really like thrift stores in person and doesn't really like secondhand clothes, I obviously wouldn't buy something secondhand for them. But if there's someone like me who, I intentionally try to shop at thrift stores, I would love it if someone gifted me something from a thrift store. So yeah, try to go to consignment shops, boutique, online marketplaces, or thrift stores where things would obviously be much cheaper and they're vintage as well, and probably much more meaningful, especially if this is someone who is into fashion already. 7, I would say DIY your wrapping and decorations. So, usually like we'll run to the dollar store and buy all these wrapping papers and gift bags. Of course, they're still relatively cheap because you are buying them at dollar stores, but if you want to try and squeeze in some extra cash for yourself, then I would say, figure out creative ways to find wrapping paper. You can use newspapers, even like brown paper bags, swapping certain fabrics, and just getting creative around the holiday time. And then last but not least, I would communicate your budget to people. So last year I took a gap year. Wasn't really working as much. I was living off of my savings, and I let people know, I will not have as much money to spend on you this year. And I think if you don't get someone a gift or the gift isn't as spectacular as it usually is, I think they would, if they are one of your loved ones, closest friends, they would really understand and empathize with you that, Morgan's not going through her best year financially, and so she doesn't have to feel pressure to give me anything, right? I think if you explain to people why they maybe aren't getting a gift for the holidays and Christmas time, and it's a really good reason, I believe that people would be able to empathize with you and give you a pass. So don't feel the pressure. Don't put yourself into further financial strain just for this holiday. So with all of that being said, one thing I really want to highlight is, what do you do for people that you don't know what to get as a gift, right? Because there are some people where you may not know them as well. You may not want to buy the wrong thing. I know for me, like in the past, I've had people buy me clothes or perfumes, and maybe I didn't like the scent of the perfume. Maybe I didn't like the clothing item that they gave me. Preferably, I usually go to gift cards for people that like I don't really know as well, or I'm still getting to know, or like I do know them as well. Like my mom, for example, she's very hard to shop for. Like usually our gifts are perfumes, lottery tickets, and a gift card, because I rather just give her a gift card or a prepaid Visa and she can use it however she wants. I don't want to go to like the Bay or shop online and buy her something that she doesn't like. And so for people that are a bit more picky as well too in their taste, and you really don't want to make the wrong decision in the gifts that you give them, I would say just give them a prepaid Visa card. Preferably, I love prepaid Visa cards because I rather just have money and spend it however I want. And honestly, you may not like that, but I think it's important to listen and honor other people's ways that they like to be gifted. And if someone says, I prefer gift cards, do not go and buy them a perfume or clothing item that they don't want. I feel like it's actually really disrespectful. And if someone said that they don't like being given gift cards, then okay, you know that you're gonna have to put more thought and meaning into the gift, right? So that is just something that I want to highlight and make sure that, you know, if you don't know what to buy, usually go for the gift card if there's someone who is okay with receiving gift cards. But of course, at the end of the day, try your best to think about some interesting gifts, get creative, and do not feel like you have to put yourself into further financial strain to celebrate the holidays. At the end of the day, the holidays are all about, you know, getting together with family, loved ones, and creating lasting memories. And you do not require any of these external material gifts in order for that to happen. All you really need is to be with each other, to connect, play games, eat good food, and that's really what the holiday is all about. And Jesus, if you do believe in Jesus, you're a Christian. But even if you're not, you know, the holidays is just such a beautiful and fun time. So I hope you guys do have a great Christmas, and I hope that this does help you. Don't forget to go into the description below and check out the Notion doc that I've created, as well as like, subscribe, and hit the little ring bell button to know when any of my other YouTube videos drop. And thank you so much again, guys. Take care.